All right, welcome back. We've got some clarity on that one. Whew, some drama at the end of that last game. As it turns out, I don't necessarily agree with this play, but that Dragon Dance was not a misclick. That was intentional. That third Dragon Dance was Charm Flash attempting to play around a Protect because as it stood, it was a roll. Now, as you saw, I did not calculate it on the screen. I don't know exactly what the roll was, but honestly, maybe just because I'm bad, it didn't even occur to me to Dragon Dance there. I felt like he was just obligated to go for it. The roll should be in his favor. Hopefully it cooperates. He saw it differently. Had he been right and he Dragon Danced and Rick had protected, it would become a 100% win. So in hindsight, I do understand why he did what he did, though I don't know. Actually, I can tell you almost definitively that it wouldn't have been the play that I would have made. But okay, nothing wonky with that game, not a misclick, no internet issue. That was an intentional Dragon Dance. It didn't work out, and the result is going to stand. So we have Baddummy 1, Charm Flash 0. This is game 2, and we haven't seen too much action so far. We've seen Zapdos baton passing, so offensive zap, which is infinitely more popular than defensive zap these days. And we've seen a Mence and a Thunderwave Blissey from Charm Flash. Baddummy can win this game or the next game, and he's going to be in the CALLOUS Invitational 3 main event. Charm Flash will need to win this one and the next one, if there is a next one, in order to punch his ticket into the main event. Metagross power is a little bit annoying. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Metagross is not the fastest Pokemon to begin with, and it's not like an Agilogross or anything. It's already shown Psychic, so clearly it's not an Agilogross. There's not too many things where the speed reduction is going to matter. I mean, I guess he's like slower than Blissey now, but like, I mean, is Blissey really staying in anyway? Thunder Wave plus like Fire Blast, for example, theoretically possible, but just seems like a very unlikely set. Huh. Wow, early pausing here. Charm Flash already down to 180 seconds. He's taken almost a full minute to make this play. And the play that he decides is Gengar, which ends up just meeting a Celebi here for Baddummy, which probably also has Baton Pass. These kind of teams have seen a big resurgence recently, leading with offensive Zap and then having an offensive Celebi, or sorry, a Baton Pass Celebi in the back somewhere. Usually Combine Pass, for example. Makes sense with a mixed Metagross, right? And I'm sure there's at least one other thing somewhere on Baddummy's team that would appreciate the Combine boost for offensive purposes. I mean, anything will take free special defense if need be. Why not, right? But I'm sure there's at least one other thing that can take advantage of it offensively. So here's Taunt, trying to prevent either BP or Combine. It was just a Baton Pass attempt, so it's going to get blocked. I don't blame Baddummy for what happened there. I mean, hindsight, switching's better, right, because the Taunt doesn't matter, but he didn't know that the Gengar had Taunt there. In fact, Tauntgar is probably a fairly uncommon set these days. It's not rare, and it's not bad by any means. It's just not, it's way less popular than it used to be. Thunderbolt Ice Punch WoW Taunt was really big back in the day, but I think that set has taken a bit of a dip in popularity now that Boomgar is so popular, now that Grass Moves on Tar are so popular. Am I saying Tar? I meant Gar. Protect and Full Para, that's annoying. That's kind of non-synergy there where he could have just spiked and paralysis would have happened anyway, but he has no way of knowing that, obviously. He's got the one layer of spikes down. Going to go to Mence here. That's, I don't know if I like that switch because I think Boom there was not too wild. I think Boom definitely could have happened there. He made the switch because he thought Hidden Power Fire was going to happen, but it's actually a full power for the second turn in a row, so we don't actually know what it is he wanted to do. If it were HP Fire, then alright, who cares? Full power is whatever. If it were Boom, that full power actually really sucks. And there's some hacks for Charm Flash. Crit Fire Blast is going to put that Zapdos very low. It does 93%. There's no sand in play, so I mean, he gets a little bit of lefties back, but that's huge damage here. Zapdos baton passing out despite being faster, so I guess he doesn't have HP Ice. Here's T-Tar, and Dragon Claw is what he's going to come into. Question now is it a mixed Mence or a fully special Mence? And that gets answered real fast. It's mixed. It has Brick Break. Peace out, T-Tar. And the advantage is for Charm Flash. And man, mixed Mence looks like a nightmare looking at Baddummy's team. I'm looking for lefties. Okay, so Baddummy got buffeted by the Sandstorm first. So if it is like a Choice Band Rock Slider or whatever, then Charm Flash needs to get out of the way. And I hope he does. He's got to realize how valuable the Mence is in the matchup. It's going to toast that Metagross. It's going to toast that Celebi. Zapdos clearly does not have HP Ice or he would have used it. It just seems so offensively dangerous. It is very dumb to stay in here and eat a potential Choice Band Rock Slide just to try to get a Dragon Claw off, and I hope he doesn't. And Charm Flash does, in fact, know better, and he goes to Bliss here. We end up with Bliss on Celebi in a 6-5 situation. Unrevealeds for both guys, 2 of them for Charm Flash, 1 for Baddummy. Combine happening now. Don't know that I love the Ice Beam. Without a crit or a freeze, this is going to go nowhere, and Celebi's going to be able to pass a boost or multiple boosts, potentially, somewhere. So Charm Flash going to have to find a different way to deal with this. Ice Beam is not going to get it done. Goes Thunder Wave now. Okay, that's something that could help if full powers kick in. It's not going to prevent him from baton passing those boosts out, though. Goes Giga Drain. Interesting. I mean, we already know that he has Baton Pass. We already saw him attempt it against Gengar, and it got blocked by Taunt, so it's not speculation. He definitely has it, and he goes for it here. So +2/+2 goes to Paralyzed Metagross. Interesting. So it's still slow, but hits pretty damn hard now. We know it has at least Psychic. We know it has Meteor Mash because every Metagross ever does, and Hidden Power we saw as well. Wow, Psychic only 30%. Interesting that he doesn't mash there. He gets a Specs drop, though. Is he going to mash now? There's S-Toss, and now mash comes down. That actually doesn't do a whole heck of a lot more than the Psychic. It actually might have done comparable or less because of the Specs drop. The regular Psychic did 30%. That was before the Specs drop. And now the mash does 40. So I think Psychic now actually does about as much as the mash would have. So I think you don't risk the mash accuracy anymore. I think you actually just click Psychic again here. Wow, Charm Flash here. Ballsy. Yeah, I mean, I guess that was pretty safe, right? Because, I mean, it wasn't going to be HP Fire there. It was either going to be Psychic or Mash, right? So his own Metagross is going to take that pretty well either way. So Charm Flash understood that situation well and got in there. He does get out-predicted on the following turn going for Earthquake, which I'm fine with. I think he had to, given the circumstances, but it does allow Baddummy a window to slip the Zapdos in, and that's exactly what happens here. What he's going to do with it, I don't know. It might just be a Thunderbolt. I mean, he could also Baton Pass out if he thinks Blissy's going to come back in. He does just go Thunderbolt. And that at least gave him a chance for Meteor Mash to miss, which would have put Baddummy in a decent spot, but it didn't, and Zapdos went down, and we now have ourselves a 6-4 situation. Charm Flash responding to Swampert, specifically responding to Earthquake even better by going to Skarm, who is, of course, immune. And it looks to me like Charm Flash probably sends us to a Game 3 here, but I guess it's not over just yet. Hydro Pump there, for example, would have been a chance for some BS. Had he gotten a crit there, for example, then the Skarm would have gone down. So Baddummy is giving himself some BS opportunities. Same thing in that previous sequence on turn 21 there. He could have crit the Metagross. He could have paralyzed the Metagross. He could have just had the Meteor Mash miss. I mean, Baddummy is giving himself opportunities to BS back into the game, but I think the window's closing. Mixed Mence just seems so hard for this team. Swampert doesn't like it. Yeah, I mean, everything's just weak to it. Nothing switches into it. Oh, Baddummy's is actually mixed also. Interesting. I don't know if it was a speed tie before or if Baddummy's is just a little bit faster, but his is actually mixed also, but not nearly as good in the matchup because Gar can just come in here no problem and just click Ice Punch, or Blissey could have come in and dealt with it. She can live a brick break and then get an ice beam back or a T-wave off, whatever you need. Hydro Pump, nice little surprise move there. Dragon Dance, however, should be the end of it. I mean, T-Tar, I guess, could miss Rock Slide here. Maybe that's what you're playing for at this point. Yeah, I don't see how Baddummy gets out of it other than a miss, so he might just be obligated to stay in here. I don't know how he's going to try to maneuver out of this. I think he probably is obligated to play for the miss. And stranger things certainly have happened, let me tell you. Baddummy thinking it over. It's now him using the timer for once. It's been Charm Flash for the most part, taking his time. Baddummy sees it differently than I do. He is going to go to Metagross here. I guess he's going to try to outmaneuver it, play some games with Intimidate. Here it comes. Here's Intimidate. Earthquake. All right. Outmaneuver number 1 successful. T-Tar is still faster here. Rock Slide and Hydro Pump respectively. So they're both going to go down after Sand kicks in. That's going to leave us in a 4-2 situation. Gengar looking to perform cleanup duty here. Here's Meta. Goodbye, Meta. Celebi, the only poke remaining. I think we've seen 3 moves. Yep, Baton Pass, Calm Mind, Giga Drain, Taunt, Hidden Power, and I guess that is HP Fire, which is cool for the Skarm and for the Metagross, but it's going to be no bueno on Gengar. However, the best thing he could do is Will-O-Wisp. That's a little bit alarming. Does he not have Ice Punch or Fire Punch or Boom? There's Taunt again. Glimmer of hope here for Baddummy, maybe. Will-O-Wisp, Hidden Power again. Gave himself a crit opportunity to kill the Gar, but I think it's going to come up just short. I think he could put up a good fight. All right, that's why. Little gimmicky action there. It's a Destiny Bond to take him down with him. And Charm Flash is going to be sending us to a Game 3. It is going to be 1 game to decide the final spot in CALLOUS Invitational 3. The last play-in game, one way or another, is coming up next. I'll see you guys there.